people ask me, you know, why are you so crabby / bitter / negative sometimes, you know, and you really shouldn't be that way. And I want to give you a rundown as to some of the shit that happens and as to why I become a bitter asshole. Okay. So, on Wednesday, Wednesday, I got a new washer dryer. New to me, that is. Okay? Turns out, shit was a little tight in my pickup box. So we put the ramp on top of the washer dryer and strapped it down. I make it all the way home. I am 20 yards from my house. 20 yards. Turn, go up the hill, going up the hill, and all of a sudden I hear wham! I'm like, that wasn't fucking good. Yeah. Somehow, steel bike ramp, I got loose, slid off the fucking washer dryer, and came crashing down alongside the side of my pickup box. I scratched it and dented it. Luckily, I think the dents or denta will come out with paintless dent repair. Don't think all the scratches are gonna buff out, but they will look better. So there's perfect example of one reason. Okay, then you're at the fucking washer dryer in the house, don't have hoses, wrong electrical cord, you know, the usual typical bullshit in Calli world. Still feeling very depressed about the pickup. Next day comes along, and I was supposed to go hunting with a friend, and they left me behind. Like, they just flat out straight fucking left without me, despite that we were supposed to leave together at noon to go hunt. So I called in a favor from old school box guy from Gibson, because, you know, I got the shaft from one of my friends. So there was reason too. I was a little bitter as my weekend started. Show up on Friday, help set up camp. I'm super jacked. I'm like, all right, fucking, you know, I'm gonna get to go elk hunting. Life's good. Life will be better. Life will be better, right? Well, they killed all the elk the day before I got there. So, but you know, I wasn't too like terribly upset about that. Then the next day, so today, okay, I get separated from my boss, and sorry, passing some asshole doing like 30. We leave this morning. I get ahead of my boss and his son-in-law, and I go do my own thing, and I go to put my coat on. I was saying, and I was like, oh, and I knew, I know what that sound is, because I've heard it a couple times in my life. And the safety had come off my bear spray. And when I put my pack on, my elbow, bumpy, the trigger on the bear spray, and doused the entire side of my exo pack with fucking bear spray. So, you know, that was just awesome. You're like, oh, don't touch that, because you touch your eyeball and your eye hole is gonna burn for a long minute. And I was already like, because I got like just enough in my face that wasn't good. That's by the way, in 365 days, that is my third negative encounter with bear spray. So that was real great. Then I start hiking through the trees, and I'm dealing with all that shit. Yeah, my Mendos are a year old. They're shot. Like, my boot was just slowly coming apart. My rand is about off my left boot now. And my right boot. So my left boot leaked a little. Yeah, my right boot leaks now too. So, you know, yay! Just so joyful. I just love it. Right? No elk today. I'm on our way out. I'm walking down the hill. I'm in the lead. And it is slicker than shit. I've been on a lot of trails. And I'll tell you what. That trail is terrifying. Oh my God. I went up it yesterday morning and it was all frozen. Oh, I about didn't make it at one point in time. Like sheet of ice. Well, today it was all melted. But it was the slickest, snottiest, gnarliest mud I think I've had to ever hike through. And I'm like 3/4 of the way down, like the last steep section. And I'm in the snow because it's so muddy that you almost don't want to be on the trail, so I'm kind of off the trail. And I step back on the trail, boys and girls, and there's a rock. And I thought I had it. No, I didn't have it. I slipped on said rock. Caught myself because I am a cripple, so I am pretty good at catching myself most of the time. Right foot came forward to help save to the rescue, and just so perfectly landed, slammed my toe into the next rock, tripped. I slammed my toe so hard, my big toenail cut into my big toe, and my toe was bleeding. Somersaulted down the fucking mountain, landed 15 feet later on a big boulder, rifle first, right on top of the fucking sculpture. Look at that! No! We get back to camp. All my gear, my pack, everything's just covered in mud. Sprained my wrist. Yay. My boss, man, our CMA, my former boss was like, "You want to shoot your rifle? Make sure it's okay." I'm like, "Oh, I guarantee that fucker's off. It has to be." You don't drop 140-pound weight on top of a rifle, between a rifle and a rock. Thank God it was wearing its scope coat, so scope looks fine. There is now another great big huge scratch down the side of my Manor stock, which, you know, lifetime warranty on both, so in the long run it's all gonna buff out. But yeah, go to shoot it, it was like left like 9 inches, and I was like, ooh, that's not good. And so I moved it right 9 inches and pulled the trigger again. We didn't know where it went. We looked and looked and looked in the tree, and we couldn't find it. So it's not looking so good for you know, my 28 nozzler at this point in time. I'm real sad, really mad at Greg, because Greg was all like, for the past 3 weeks, he's like, "Duh!" He's like, "Oh, you just fucking wait, fancy rifle and fancy women." He's like, "They don't always put out." He's like, "Yeah, that rifle's gonna get fucked up, and you're gonna have to shoot your elk again with the 300 short mag this year." And yep, you just might as well just sell the son of a bitch, because, you know, more than likely something's gonna happen. It's gonna get all fucked up, and you're gonna have to rely on good old Tika again to go shoot your elk. And I'm like, "Shut up, dude. Not funny. You're a dick." And now here we are, boys and girls. Jason's gonna say, or go fuck with the 28 nozzler for me tomorrow, because he's a good person. But yeah. So if you ever want to know why I'm so negative and bitter, it's because of shit like this. All in the course of 4 days. That is the life of Calli. So now you understand why I have such a grim outlook on life sometimes. Because I can't have nice things. Whether it's my body or my rifle or my truck, I can't have nice things. And it's real sad, and it sucks. And yeah. End of rant.